What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new news video where we will talk about the fact that the Premier League has voted down the project Big Picture, the big proposal that was really controversial for many football fans. Let me know what did you think of the proposal, what do you think about the Premier League clubs voting down the proposal, and in this video we will talk in detail what that means, what kind of rescue package the Premier League still agreed for lower league clubs so they don't go out of business in the middle of this financial crisis and the pandemic. And also we will have a detailed extended interview with Bobby Firmino, also a big update on Naby Keita's situation, because Naby Keita, it looks like, tested negative the second time he got the test, so now he will fly to Liverpool and get the test for the third time. So Naby Keita could be available for the Merseyside derby, for the Everton game, if that test comes back negative. But first let's talk about the project Big Picture proposal, which was rejected. They have committed to a strategic review of English football that will seek a vibrant, competitive and sustainable league structure. So both the Premier League and the UK government came out against the proposals with fears over the creation of a closed shop at the top of English football, and it would never make sense for me, even though I'm a Liverpool fan, you know that. For the top 6 clubs to have the only votes for changes in the Premier League, that didn't make sense at all. And they made a very big statement that they unanimously agreed that the project Big Picture will not be endorsed or pursued by the Premier League or the Football Association. Further, Premier League shareholders agreed to work together as a 20-club collective on a strategic plan for the future structures and financing of English football, consulting with all stakeholders to ensure a vibrant, competitive football pyramid. Clubs will work collaboratively in an open and transparent process, focusing on competition structure, calendar, governance and financial sustainability. This project has the full support of the FA and will include engagement with all relevant stakeholders, including fans, government and of course the EFL. But the Premier League still wants to support lower league clubs, so they announced a rescue package of £77 million for clubs in League 1 and League 2, so not for the Championship, which is interesting, along with making the 2021 season solidarity payments of £27 million available to 3rd and 4th tier clubs. The Premier League has also offered a £50 million package made up of grants and interest-free loans, so League 1 and League 2 clubs will have access to the £20 million in grants and over the short term, while the remaining £30 million will be set aside to ensure that no team from those divisions goes out of business as a result of COVID-19. Thank you, Premier League, that's exactly what we wanted. We don't want to see any League 1 or League 2 club or even Championship club go bankrupt, go bust because of this pandemic. And I really hope the British government will allow fans to attend games very soon, because how is it that you can go to the cinema, you can go to the pub to watch games in a closed space, but in an open area inside the football stadium you are not allowed to watch football? Even a 30% attendance limit would be, I think, much better than currently no fans allowed in the top like 2, 3, 4 tiers of English football. And they made a statement saying the football is not the same without fans and football economy is unsustainable without them. The Premier League and all our clubs remain committed to the safe return of fans as soon as possible. And I think it would be safer than fans congregated in pubs watching games. And the Premier League's chief executive Richard Masters said that there is no beef between the Premier League and lower league clubs. Clearly there's some frustration, he said. A proposal that hadn't had any input from the Premier League, from our club, has been pushed so hard in public, but we don't have a beef with the EFL, certainly not with its clubs. We want to have a good relationship with them. We are their biggest partner. We have a historic relationship with them, so we want it to be constructive. What we tried to do was separate the issue of EFL solidarity and the EFL rescue from a forward plan plan, and that's what eventually got decided by clubs today. Whilst there has been a lot of things said and done, a lot of speculation over the last 4 days, I don't think it's irreparably damaged the Premier League, and I think that today's meeting proved that. And yeah, the rescue package is a good start. And for example, Cambridge chief executive Ian Matter said it's helpful and it's money that wasn't there, so thank you for that, and we need to understand exactly what the deal is. Is it enough? I don't know, but it is some progress, something needed to happen, and we do need a long-term reset of finance for football. Well, I'm not sure if that reset will happen, because Premier League clubs spend almost as much as like nothing was happening, no pandemic was going on. They spend like 80 or 70 or 80% that they usually spend. So I don't think there is a major drastic change. It can happen in the future. Who knows what will happen in the next 6 to 12 months. And Firmino gave an interview after Brazil won their 2 World Cup qualifiers, scoring 9 goals in the process, and Firmino got 2 goals, I think, and an assist in those 2 games. And he said, "I'm 29, I feel I'm at the best moment of my career. I want to keep working hard and help the Brazilian Seleção reach the World Cup. I want to win the World Cup so much more than you can imagine. I've won the Champions League, the FIFA Club World Cup, the Premier League. The World Cup is what's missing for me. I have to keep working hard and dreaming, and we have to believe that this is possible in 2022. I'm immensely proud to be part of this Seleção, to play with these players, for these coaches. I have tremendous belief in this group of players and the coaching staff." And also Firmino praised Alisson, saying, "For me, he's the number one. I'm not just saying that because he's my teammate. The things he does on the pitch are incredible. He has already done a great job for the Seleção, and off the pitch he's a sensational guy. He's a great person, a great friend, someone I get on with really well." And it's just so good that Liverpool now have a Brazilian core of players, Fabinho, Alisson and Firmino, and I'm sure that Coutinho paved the way for those players to join Liverpool. And now I think Liverpool will get a bigger and bigger following in Brazil, which is never a bad thing, because Brazil will always produce world-class talents. Players now growing up see Liverpool have this Brazilian connection. Then in the future it will be easier to sign Brazilian talents who could become world-class, or maybe even ready-made already world-class Brazilian players. And now the update about Naby Keita. So respected Guinean journalist Amadou Makanji tweeted this to his followers: "Naby Keita have had another test. He's negative and he has been allowed to leave the training camp of the Guinea national team in Portugal this night. He will join Liverpool, where he might undergo another COVID test." First he tested positive, and then now he tested negative. Maybe the first one was a false positive. There is a small chance of that happening anytime you get a test. So 3rd time's the charm. Hopefully they will get probably 2 tests on for Naby Keita before the Merseyside derby, just to make sure, and if both come back negative, then he will be eligible to play, which is really good news. And it looks like that Naby Keita has been, you know, training, and I really hope that he will be okay to play in the Merseyside derby, because he started the season in great form, and I hope that he continues that. And make sure to watch the highlights of the Portugal-Sweden game, because Diogo Jota had an absolute blinder, man of the match, world-class performance. He scored 2 goals and got an assist, and Portugal ran out 3-0 winners. So Jota was involved in every single goal that Portugal scored yesterday, and he replaced Cristiano Ronaldo perfectly. But he said that it wasn't about the Ronaldo, it was about an excellent night, one of my best performances for my country. He said, "We had a great result against the Sweden side that is not easy to play against, so we can be proud. The coach chooses the 11 for each game. I did my best on the pitch. There was no pressure to replace Ronaldo. We are professionals, and if the boss chooses 11 players to enter the field, these are the ones who have to work and get the win. I think this is my highest moment. Joining Liverpool was a big step in my career, and today I started again in the national team. I have to keep doing my best." And I think that Diogo Jota is an absolute gem. Liverpool manager and the Liverpool scouting team found another player who could become world class. He's already getting there. And the Liverpool goalkeeper coach John Achterberg said that he believes Kelleher, third choice goalkeeper at Liverpool, meaning Kelleher, is ready to play if he's called upon, but he would benefit from a temporary move away from Anfield. This is what he said. He would like to play games, and obviously that would be easier if he went out on loan. But the problem for us is we need 3 good goalkeepers, and he's one of our 3 good goalkeepers. For his development, a loan move would be his next step, but the club have to make sure they have everything covered in case we have a problem with our keepers. And we know it would be hard to find a keeper as good as him if we let him out on loan. Go out on loan. It's not the ideal situation for him, and maybe playing matches would be what he needs now, but he's training with top players every day at Liverpool, playing in our under 23 games, and that will allow him to continue to progress and keep being sharp. Working with someone as good as Alisson every day for the last couple of years can only help him. He sets such high standards, Alisson, in everything he does, and you can only learn from working with someone like that. The higher level you train at every day allows you to take your career up to the next level, but it would be the best solution for him to have a spell on loan at some point. What I would say is we would have no issue putting him into a game, and I know the manager has faith in him as well. This manager shows great interest in everyone in his squad. He appreciates that you need a big squad to win anything. It might be that we would need to play our third choice keeper in a big game at some point. Kelleher is a very quiet guy, calm guy, very down to earth. He's really not a big talker, but he has improved a lot in that area on the field in the last couple of years. There can never be enough talking on the pitch, in my opinion, so that is an area he can work on, but I see big improvements in all parts of his game. He has become more like a man now, and we have high hopes for him. Coming in, has all the attributes to be a top keeper, and maybe he will get his chance to play in the first team at Liverpool sooner than we expect. And that just shows that Kelleher is another player who could play instead of Adrian if it's needed. So I think Liverpool will play Adrian against Everton. We will assess his performance, and if he does another disaster performance, then Kelleher could come in and start for Liverpool. That is a serious possibility, I think. And Loris Karius actually said some good things about what Jurgen Klopp told him when he was about to secure a loan move to Union Berlin. He said, "We always had a good relationship with Jurgen and never had a problem. His successes speak for themselves. He is currently one of the best coaches in the world." He said, "The loan move to Union Berlin is a good step for me and my career, and I have a chance to distinguish myself here, and that I can show everyone that I'm a really good goalkeeper." You know what, Karius? No hard feelings. Show everyone what you can do at Union Berlin. Help them stay in the Bundesliga, and then he comes back from his loan spell and we will assess it from there. I think Karius would actually make a decent second choice goalkeeper. I believe personally, and this is just my opinion, that he's a better second choice than Adrian. Yes, he also has a mistake in him, but apart from that, I know, disaster in the Champions League final, he has been a pretty solid goalkeeper. Of course, not as good as Alisson, but Adrian's contract is up at the end of the season. I see no reason for Liverpool to extend Adrian's contract, so Karius could come back a revitalized man, and he could be Liverpool's second choice goalkeeper next season. Who knows, we will see what will happen. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Have a nice day, thanks for watching, see you later guys, goodbye.